Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do the camera review of the Vivo V9. So the Vivo has announced the latest flagship device under the V series, the Vivo V9, and this comes with the dual camera. So this is the first Vivo device in India to sport a dual camera, and again this is a selfie-centric smartphone. This comes with a 24 megapixel camera. So other aspects include a 6.3-inch Full HD Plus resolution display. It's a 19:9 aspect ratio display, and this is powered by the Snapdragon 626 octa-core chipset with 4GB RAM and 64GB storage. So now let's come back to the camera aspect. So first up, let's have a look at the camera specifications. So on the rear panel, we have a dual camera. It's a 16 megapixel primary camera and a 5 megapixel secondary camera with face detection, autofocus, LED flash, and also there is f-stop 2.0 aperture on this camera. So that's the rear camera specification of the Vivo V9. Now coming to the front camera, so the Vivo V9 comes with a 24 megapixel selfie camera with f-stop 2.0 aperture, and here we have a screen flash. So similar to the Vivo V7 and V7 Plus, the Vivo V9 also comes with a 24 megapixel camera. So that is the camera department of the Vivo V9. Now let's go to the camera interface to see how good the experience is. So here you can see that there are different modes available: take photo, videos, then AR stickers are also included. Then you also get professional mode included. So the interface is quite feature rich and definitely features all the modes you need on a camera. And the top panel houses the other modes like HDR mode, there is portrait mode, live photo mode is included, and there are some filters included. Along with that, there are some ultra HD, slow motion, and time lapse also included. Now if you go to settings, you have these options. You can capture via touch or normal photos, square photos, or full view, full screen photos. Then watermark is also included. You can also see there is a model watermark. So if you enable model watermark, this will include the captured with a Vivo watermark is included. So those are the options available in the settings. So these are the camera samples taken with the Vivo V9 under daylight conditions. So here you can see that the clarity of the photos looks quite good, although the colors are a bit more punchier and vivid, and at times it feels like slightly saturated in nature. And when you compare with the Vivo V7 and V7 Plus released last year, Vivo has done a good work here, and the images in the daylight conditions looks pretty good, and the details are pretty much good, and also the sharpness levels are impressive. The only area where the Vivo V9 is not very accurate is the color reproduction. It's a bit more punchier and vivid colors when compared to some of the other smartphones in this price segment. So if you're a person who likes vivid and richer colors, then the Vivo V9 will not disappoint you. So these are the daylight captures taken with the Vivo V9. Now next step, let's have a look at the close-up images. So here again the Vivo V9 does a pretty good job overall, and close-up images have good detailing, good color reproduction, and also good details are included in the photos. Here again at times you can see that colors are a bit saturated and richer in nature, even though it's not very close to the natural colors. So if you're a person who loves rich colors, then the Vivo V9 definitely is a good smartphone in this price segment. Again, the details are pretty much evident, and the sharpness levels are also quite good, and Vivo has done a really good job with the rear camera when compared to the V7 and V7 Plus. Now next step, let's have a look at the portrait samples. So this device also comes with portrait mode, and you can take some pretty good portraits images, and the edge detection is more or less accurate, even though at times it shows a bit inconsistency, but overall we feel the portrait images do look good with the dual camera setup. Now next step, let's have a look at the low light captures taken with this device. So this is one area where the Vivo V9 falls a bit short, especially for the price segment. And here you can see that the images have a bit of noise in low light conditions, and you can also see that the sharpness levels are not as good as what we have seen in the daylight conditions. So low light is not a strength of the Vivo V9. So here are some of the samples we have taken under low light conditions, and also the details are not very much evident in low light conditions when you compare with the same camera which took pretty good samples in daylight conditions. So next step, let's have a look at the video recording. So this phone can record videos in 1080p resolution, as well as 4K recording is supported, but sadly there is no electronic image stabilization or optical image stabilization included. That's quite a disappointing aspect, especially for the price segment it is being offered. We would have expected at least electronic image stabilization, which could have been included, and as a result you can see the video looks shaky, especially when you're walking, and the color reproduction is again quite okay. It's again punchier colors and richer tones. The video recording looks kind of okay, but the lack of EIS is more or less pronounced in the video recording. Now this device can also record videos in 4K resolution. So that's the video recording of the Vivo V9. Now coming to the most interesting aspect, the selfie camera. So this device comes with a 24 megapixel camera. That's a selfie camera with f-stop 2.0 aperture, and here are the selfies taken with the front camera. So you can see that the selfies turned out to be pretty good, good detailing, good color reproduction, and unlike the Vivo V7 and V7 Plus where the tones were a bit reddish in nature, here we can see that they are much more better and looks a bit natural, and the dynamic range in the selfies also looks pretty good, and overall the color reproduction was pretty spot on, and the selfies are really good on the Vivo V9. Now the Vivo V9 also comes with the bokeh mode or the portrait mode in selfies, and here again we could see that the edge detection was much better than the Vivo V7 and V7 Plus, and looks pretty good. It's more or less accurate, but at times it did show some issues with the edge detection, but more or less we can say that the selfies turned out to be quite good in the portrait mode. So this is the video recording taken using the front facing camera on the Vivo V9. So this is a selfie centric smartphone with a 24 megapixel selfie camera, and the interesting aspect of this camera is that it can record videos in 4K resolution as well, and this is the 1080p sample we were taken using the Vivo V9 24 megapixel camera. So you can judge yourself how good the clarity of the video is and also the sound output from the video. Now the phone also comes with slow motion recording, but sadly it's limited to 480p. So that was a detailed camera review of the Vivo V9. So the highlights of the Vivo V9 camera are the rear camera performance in daylight conditions, and the video recording is available at 4K, and also the selfie camera video recording is also available in 4K. That's definitely one of the good aspects, and also the selfie camera turned out to be really good, especially with the edge detection, and portrait selfies were pretty good. So overall we feel the Vivo V9 does a quite good job with the cameras, even though the low light performance is one of the weakest points in this camera. So other than that, it feels quite good, and also the lack of any optical image stabilization or electronic image stabilization is definitely a downside for a phone in this price segment. So that's the detailed camera review of the Vivo V9. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.